The Amazon River is located in the northern portion of South America, flowing from west to east. The river system originates in the Andes Mountains of Peru and travels through Ecuador, Colombia, Venezuela, Bolivia, and Brazil before emptying into the Atlantic Ocean. Roughly two-thirds of the Amazon's main stream is within Brazil. Most researchers believe that it is at least 4,000 miles, 6,400 kilometers, long. However, no definitive measure is available because no one is entirely sure where the Amazon ends and begins. Given the complexity of the river system, much of which is in remote areas, researchers have proposed several locations in Peru as its source. As to its end point, the Amazon has three outlets to the Atlantic Ocean, two on the northern side of Marajo Island in Brazil and one to the island south that joins the Para River. Scientists have typically selected one of the northern outlets, since the Para is an estuary of the Tocantins River, which is technically separate from the Amazon. The Amazon is well known for a number of reasons. It is the greatest river of South America and the largest drainage system in the world in terms of the volume of its flow and the area of its basin. While there is some debate about its length, the river is generally believed to be at least 4,000 miles, 6,400 kilometers, long, which makes it the second longest river in the world after the Nile River in Africa. The Amazon is also famous for the rainforest found along its shores. The Amazon rainforest represents about half of Earth's remaining rainforest and is the world's largest biological reservoir, home to more than 1 million species. About 2,500 fish species have been found within the Amazon system, but many more remain unidentified. Among the more important commercial species are the pirarucu, one of the world's largest freshwater fish, and various giant catfish. The small flesh-eating piranha generally feeds on other fish but may attack any animal or human that enters the water. Other animals include caiman, river turtles, river dolphins, and manatees. The Amazon is also home to the semi-aquatic capybara, the largest rodent in the world, and the nutria, or coipu. The Amazon River is the largest river in South America and the second largest river in the world. The river spans roughly one-third of the South American continent and is fed by more than 1,000 sources, including tributaries, smaller rivers which flow into the Amazon. Its watershed includes areas of Brazil, Peru, Ecuador, Colombia, Venezuela, and Bolivia. The mouth of the Amazon River is in northern Brazil, and the farthest points of the mouth are roughly 220 miles apart from each other. The Amazon River is a freshwater river, and it is responsible for approximately 1/5 of the amount of fresh water entering oceans globally. The world's mightiest river, an unrivaled wildlife watching destination and still one of the least explored regions on Earth. Find out more about this fascinating place with these interesting facts about the Amazon River. It nurtures the largest rainforest on Earth and provides life for a mind-boggling array of flora and fauna. The Amazon River is one of South America's most fascinating destinations to discover and, despite centuries of in-depth exploration, it's still a mystical place that hides innumerable secrets. Learn all there is to know about this incredible ecosystem and make your Amazon River visit in South America all the more rewarding. The Amazon River originates in Peru. Believe it or not, there's been wide speculation over the real source of the Amazon River for decades, with researchers at constant odds over findings. The most widely believed theory is that the Amazon River flow originates in the high Andean mountains of Peru, namely the three rivers of Mantaro, the furthest upstream source, Apurimac, the most distant uninterrupted source, and Marañón, the main source by volume. The Marañón River flows upstream of Iquitos, Peru's Amazon adventure capital and one of the most spellbinding places to enjoy Amazon River adventures. The Amazon River system meanders through 9 South America countries after starting its seemingly slow and subtle voyage in the highlands of Peru. The Amazon River traverses through Ecuador, Colombia, and Venezuela before entering Brazil and flowing out of its Atlantic coast. However, its tributaries also flood the Amazon basin in Bolivia in the south, home to the Matadai National Park, one of the Amazon's largest protected reserves, as well as Suriname, Guyana, and French Guiana. Given each country's distinctive tourist infrastructure, some spots are simply better and more rewarding to visit than others, depending on whether you're after a land-based Amazon tour or Amazon River cruise. The most established visiting hotspots are in Peru, Iquitos and Puerto Maldonado, Ecuador, Coca, Brazil, Manaus, and Bolivia, Rurrenabaque. A Slovenian athlete once swam almost the entire length of the Amazon River in 66 days, defying the odds of dangers in the remotest regions of the Amazon River basin. Martin Stroll took home his fourth Guinness World Record for long-distance swimming when he took on the mighty Amazon River in 2007. Already a veteran of the sport, which saw him complete swims along the Danube, the Mississippi, the Parana, and the Yangtze rivers, Stroll swam a total of 5,268 kilometers, of the Amazon's entire 6,400 km length, a distance which is actually greater than the width of the Atlantic Ocean. His tactic for dodging flesh-eating piranhas: have support boats flanking him, ready to drop raw meat and blood into the river to distract any hungry critters. For quite obvious reasons, Stroll's nickname is the hero in a Speedo. The Amazon River provides 20% of the ocean's fresh water supply. It's an astonishing percentage when one thinks about it. 1/5 of the fresh water that flows into our Earth's seas flow into the Atlantic at the Amazon River Delta in northern Brazil. This is the largest river delta on our planet, discharging more fresh water than the following 7 largest rivers combined, creating a muddy patch of salty vs fresh water that covers an area of 2.5 million square kilometers. The Amazon River used to flow backwards. The creation of the Andes Mountains some 15 million years ago can be regarded as the most defining moment in the evolution of the Amazon River. Up until the rise of this incredible mountainous border, the river flowed out into the Pacific coast of South America. Remaining landlocked for nearly 5 million years, the relentless river finally found its ocean outlet once again, only this time, in the opposite direction, straight into the Atlantic. The Amazon River and rainforest host a jaw-dropping array of unique wildlife. The Amazon rainforest famously hosts between 10%–30% of the flora and fauna species on Earth, and that's just the ones we know about, representing one of the most biodiverse regions on our planet. The Amazon River itself and all its countless tributaries comprise an ecosystem all their own, home to more than 2,000 species of fish and more than 400 amphibians. The rivers in the Amazon are the basis of all life, so Amazon small ship cruises are especially rewarding for spotting wildlife on the river shores. The most famous creatures that inhabit this region include sloths, anacondas, piranhas, river dolphins, innumerable birds including macaws and toucans, and a crazy number of frogs, spiders, snakes, and other insects. One of the rarest and most endangered Amazon River animals is the bato, a dolphin whose skin is so thin it can appear gray or pink, hence its nickname, pink river dolphin, depending on how excited it gets and how much its blood vessels expand. The dense jungle canopy of the Amazon rainforest may well host a stunning amount of wildlife, yet spotting them in huge numbers is an infamous challenge. Check out the glorious wetlands of the Pantanal for more Amazon animals and arguably some of the most rewarding wildlife encounters of all. There are no bridges built across the Amazon River, bar a few unique towns that have been built on the shores of the Amazon River. There are surprisingly few settlements along this very long river's edge, which means no permanent bridge has ever been built. The lack of major infrastructure is what lends Amazon River tours their distinctly remote and isolated feel. To really get anywhere, you must hop aboard a boat at some point. This is the only way to travel further along the river and to reach some of the more remote eco-camps. The Amazon River has a hidden twin river flowing below it. The Amazon River made headline news back in 2011 when scientists finally confirmed the existence of an underground Amazon River, which mirrors its above-ground twin in length and flow. The Hamza River, named after the scientist leading the research group, flows some 4 kilometers underground, and although it's believed to be up to 4 times wider than the Amazon River itself, it boasts only 1/34 of its water volume. The river boasts an impressive seasonal fluctuation of up to 15 m. The Amazon is the greatest flowing river on Earth. discharging a breathtaking 200,000 cubic meters of water into the Atlantic every single second. Yet what is even more impressive is learning about the seasonal water level rises and the consequential flooded forests that are created along the river's sides. These varzias, as they are known, facilitate longer and deeper Amazon River cruising, allowing for greater explorations of remote regions one wouldn't normally reach during drier months of the year. The Amazon's flow has been the subject of intense studies for more than a century, with a greater emphasis placed in the Amazon basin, where fluctuations are at their most extremes. Manaus, in Brazil, normally records the highest water level rises each year of between 10 and 15 m. Seasonal changes are dictated by rainfall, of course, with the highest river levels usually recorded between December and May, and lower levels, fantastic for lodge-based Amazon tours which include more hikes through the rainforest, between June and September. The Amazon rainforest and river rely on the Sahara Desert for their very existence. We all know that we live on a planet whose incredible ecosystems are linked in more ways than we could ever understand, yet, in the Amazon, the proof is in the nutrients. Both the rainforest and river of the Amazon are fed pivotal minerals, like phosphorus, from sands which blow across the Atlantic all the way from Africa's Sahara Desert. It's been tens of millions of years since Africa and South America were joined, and it's astonishing to know the two continents are still so intrinsically linked. South America's Amazon River is the world's largest river by water volume. The Amazon River is a massive, intricate water system weaving through one of the most vital and complex ecosystems in the world, the Amazon rainforest in South America. It is by far the mightiest river on Earth in terms of volume and width, reaching a span of nearly 30 miles, 48 kilometers, in some parts during the rainy season. The river and its basin are home to many unique species of animals, trees, and plants. The Amazon River's 4,000-mile, 6,437 kilometers, journey begins high in the Andes, according to the New World Encyclopedia. These mountains act as a wall blocking the warm, moist air moving in from the east, resulting in heavy persistent rainfall that consistently feeds the Amazon's headwaters. The river then makes its way east through thousands of miles of rainforests and lowlands until it empties into the Atlantic Ocean on the northeastern coast of Brazil. The Amazon River is the second longest river in the world, according to the International Journal of Geo-Information. It is slightly shorter than the Nile River, 4,258 miles or 6,853 kilometers, although some experts contend that the two rivers are so close in length, since measuring methods vary and there is still some dispute over their true sources, that it is difficult to say which river is actually longer. With more than 1,100 tributaries, 17 of which are over 930 miles, 1,497 kilometers, long, the Amazon River has the largest drainage system in the world, according to the book Tropical Rainforest Responses to Climate Change. It is estimated that approximately 1/5 of all the water that runs on the Earth's surface is carried by the Amazon River, according to the Encyclopaedia Britannica. In fact, it has greater volume and total discharge than the next 6 largest rivers combined. During the dry season, June to November, the width of the Amazon River averages between 2 to 6 miles, 3.2 to 9.6 kilometers, depending on the area, and in the wet season, December through April, the width can reach up to 30 miles, 48 kilometers. At the height of wet season, the current can travel more than 4 miles per hour, 6.4 kilometers per hour, according to the New World Encyclopedia. The river received its name from the Spanish soldier Francisco de Orellana, who is credited as the first European to explore the length of the river in 1541, according to the book Explorers of the Amazon. He named it the Amazon after encountering and engaging in battles with female warriors who reminded him of the Amazons in Greek mythology. The Amazon River is intricately connected to the delicate ecosystem of the Amazon rainforest, the largest rainforest on Earth, covering approximately 80% of the Amazon River basin, according to NASA. In this land of impassable jungles and limited roadways, the Amazon River is still a primary mode of transportation for many individuals, particularly the indigenous people, according to the Nature Conservancy. River boats and ships commonly shuttle citizens, tourists, and goods from one area of the Amazon to another. But as the growing population continues to depend on the largely unsupervised river for transportation, it has exposed more people to an age-old terror: piracy. Although pirates have long been a scourge of remote waterways throughout history, the current population boom coupled with the rise of drug gangs and organized crime in the Amazon basin have led to more hijacking opportunities, according to a report in the New York Times. Many slower-moving riverboats are essentially sitting ducks for the faster boats, often manned by heavily armed thieves. Ships are often seized after nightfall, and local governments and police forces are struggling to keep things under control. Thank you for watching this video.